So we are restarting the 1K to 10K challenge with no handicap this time. So I got 350 NLs and I'm looking for 10 NLs to fill in this space. Probably going to be playing 5 of those. And here we go, starting out at 1063. Even. And I am fine with it. I couldn't take looking at the 104 number on the other thing. It just was not the jam. So why not restart? It's my channel, I can do what I want. Alright, that looks like that's all working okay. Alright. What do I know about you? Interesting. That's about as good a flop as you can get. You should probably be betting small here if you have aces or ace king. And that's a 50 NL, but you know what? We're going to take it. I think it's fine. Pretty comfortable. I mean, this call should only be the monsters. It should only be kings, ace, king, aces, but it's probably queens. This player over here should try to get value with ace, king. I imagine. It's kind of weird how this pot went 3 ways. Yeah, he's got to have a monster. Wow, that's hilarious. If this guy had just c-bet, I think he would have had a real good chance at that pot. I think the guy might have backdoored the flush. But we'll never know. No thank you, Windows Update. We'll restart later.
Man, I'm gonna unfollow Tengoku. They always randomly come across my stories when they shouldn't. So they are now fired. there. Just won't follow their social media.
All right.
Join the G.
Don't mind the 910.
Sorry, but I gotta get comfy.
Get immediately 3-bet by the short stack.
Sarge, are you gonna come join us?
It's a bad scene when the shortest stack fucking 3-bets monster, because if we call, he has like a 1.5 to 1 SPR. Kind of hate it. It's just too easy for him to jam every board. That's not the worst. Let me check it back. See what he wants to do. He's gonna have ace king ace queen here a ton. So he can also have diamond draws. I don't really think there's much chance of getting a bluff through here. So I'm not going to bother. I could have definitely bet the turn, but yeah, he just have ace-queen. Him taking so long, though, kind of makes me feel like he would have folded. And then I could have just bet right away. But I'm not really familiar with this player. I haven't been here for very long, so let's see. Paid off kings. Wow. How did that one go down? So player limps 5-3, then we see a raise and a call and a call and a call and a call. And we see a check check. You check the kings, you deserve everything you got. If he had just bet 2/3 pot here, nobody's gonna continue. But then this player just bets both call. And this player bets again and just gets fucking paid. That's fucking hilarious. That was poorly done. I don't mind just calling out a position with the ace-king, especially when we're most likely to be heads up or maybe three-way pot. Can always make a case for 3-betting here, but I think if this player 3-bets and we see a call, then we can jam. So it's semi-trappy. Don't like that. I mean, I can't imagine this player folds. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just timed out or something. He folds. King's pretty good. Don't see much point in raising. Try to get him to blow us off the hand. Can he have aces? Yeah. But we're not going to be afraid of that. King Queen's kind of whatever. We're just going to bet half pot. Sometimes he's going to have King Queen, but usually he's just going to have nothing, and we don't want to give a free showdown. I can't believe I can't get any other of these tables. Is this table getting started? Yeah. Okay. Don't mind this 5 ways. This player limp called the raise. It leads out. Fairly interesting. The cord's in the way, babe. You can't. He's wrapped up in it now. King's not great. Like if a 5 or something come off on the turn, we could bluff it, but the king's just kind of the worst card. Look at this, min raising the big blind after we saw 4 limpers. That's hilarious. Do I want to get on this table? I don't think I do. See, now that same player, this one of those guys who just limps everything and improves. He's just going to go crazy. Big blind min raise. And then calls. I mean, I don't know what he's calling there with, but I really don't understand how he can continue unless he has exactly queens. So it's kind of... This player should have pocket 8s checking after he makes the full house. So if this player has aces, he's going to go broke. This should only be a jam. This shouldn't be a call. Ace 9, ace 8. That's hilarious. This guy raised with top pair. Dude stuck around, then they went check down. That's 15 kinds of interesting. That is some very bad play overall. Kind of impossible to read, too, when they're going to do that shit. Alright, we got some 10 and L's going. Guess we go here. I mean, I guess somebody's got to take a shot at this thing. Get called. We're basically looking for any non-diamond to bet. Sometimes we get beat by the 6, but usually we're just taking it down because he was on a flush draw. It's a nice little double barrel. I'm going to put up another 10 and L. It's just off on the side. If anything interesting happens, I'll show you guys. But I don't think... I think 7 or 8 tables is fine for me. So you raise out a second. Let's go ahead and re-raise. I'll limp that one. Gotta come up with some kind of limping range. It's all fairly linear, but that's a nice takedown. But we don't mind if James raises. Especially when the 3 comes off. He bets. I'm going to go ahead and raise him right away. Sometimes he goes apeshit with an overpair. Sometimes he thinks this is a bluff. If he has 9s, it's just too bad, but we're just going to jam on him. Yeah, he had 9s. That sucks. Set over set. Lovely. His re-raise is going to be all, you know, over pairs and flush draws, so crappy. Get set over set. Frustrating. Does this look alright? Is that lined up? Yeah, it's lined up. Chop. Chop it up. Okay. Got shot. It's a lot of eighth. Gonna worry about that. See, like, same guy. Set of fours. King 10 of hearts. Same guy. And he played it same way. It was literally flopped, he check raised, re-raised, and got it all in. It's the exact same way as when he had pocket nines versus me. There's nothing you can do. Not looking to fold sets at this level. There's my buddy again. I guess we just check this down, fold. Deuces? Wow. I really thought he would bet something like that. I guess that shows me I should just be betting when they check. Don't really mind betting here. Should be too much improvement. And we won't see too much trapping. So usually we'll see the raise right here, if it's coming. So getting called twice isn't exactly what I was looking for here. I am going to bet half pot, but I'm not really married to this. Just got gut shotted on the other table. Then we take it down. And let's go ahead and bet. kind of rough if this player raises because we have to kind of put them all in. Like, we have to re-raise and we're not going to be able to fold. But he just folds. That's fine. Appreciate you guys coming out. That's a set of 8s and a raised pot. I'm just going to bet big. I think we'll usually get one call here, if not a raise. So we get min raised. If this guy has queens, it's just too bad. But we're going to try to make it look like we have aces when he has a set of 5s. We're just going to ship the money in. Player is overly aggressive with top pair, but who knows? Some players can't get away here. I think it's fine. He might have been raising to find out, and we might have given him too much information there. Oh, come on. Awesome. Which one are you on? Okay, it's fine. Stay on it. Come on. All right, there it goes. There it goes. Sorry guys, little disco there. Got disconnected on every fucking table. Awesome. With some good hands, I'm sure. Wait here. Yep. A little glitchy. Catch up here. Player calls. Do you think we keep betting? Nice. I mean, I think I just found the best hand there. Pretty good flop. Come on, come on, come on. We can go ahead and bet small here. Eight's not great, but I do think we are gonna go for the barrel. Get called. We obviously have to bet again. I mean, if he just has an ace, it's just too bad. He's ace queen. Alright, that's fine. Well played. Nothing I can do there. He was just supposed to check call me 3 times. Yeah, a little glitch there. Just refresh if you need to. Good shot, straight flush. And I could have abandoned it, but he can just as easily have spades here as anything else, and I just don't want to lose to, like, you know, a pair of 4s, like he has the 4-7 or 4-5 of spades or something. Just have to keep betting. I guess we can take one off there no matter what it is. It's a good way to throw money away. I gotta toss that one. That sucks. Don't mind that, don't mind that. Okay. You can have it for that big bet, sir. I ended up playing a move. I raised this guy on the flop. I'll show you guys in a sec. It was just off screen. But he kind of... he didn't really do much wrong, but he definitely could have protected his hand a little bit better, I guess. Because this was the flop. He raised. I just called it. I decided to raise him right on the flop. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. So I raised him right on the flop, and he just decided to call me. And then I hit the set on the turn, and I bet small. I was going to bet big if I hadn't hit the set, but then he just straight jams it. And it's like, at this point, if you're getting called, you're beat. Which is exactly what happened. So, got a set to get paid off on the other table. I think we can bet this one. I mean, there's not much to be had here, but sometimes we just get beat by a random 7. Yeah. I don't think we can check, though. Double gutty. I'm going to go ahead and bet it. Like I'm protecting a king. Take it down. Not bad, not bad. Six to one. If this checks around, it's probably a good one to bet. Does not check. Player loves opening pots. Jack's not bad. I do think we want to go ahead and bet. Just to figure out what's up. 10 of the turn's actually not as good as you think because King Queen will be there. I think we just check back. Probably calling the river. Alright, we'll just check it. Ace King? Alright, we could have gotten more on the turn, but no more on the river. It's kind of weird that he calls with just the overcards. I think that's pretty bad. If he's not going to c-bet, I don't understand calling. So, good little note we can make on this player later. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's raises in here, but I don't mind this. This player's in the blind. He can have all two pair combos and straight draws. 4 on the turn isn't bad. I think we want to go ahead and bet. And we're probably going to bet river. Nope, don't even need to. It's just a weak c-bet that we had to beat. There we go. Let's open here. Ooh, flopped a flush draw and an open ender on the other table. Missed it all. Didn't lose a nickel though. And the guy was trapping. He just waited till the river and then overbet it. Like the title, time to run it up. I agreed, boss. So that 7's not awesome because this is a 10 and L right here. So obviously every 8 can be there. We'll just check. I like that 7 because 10, 9, 9, 6 all got counterfeited. Oh, now we got kings on this one. I'm not going to fold, obviously. This is just dumb. Alright, we win. Get cold called by the short stack in the big blind. I think this is one where we want to work his stack in, so I'm going to down bet just slightly. Because he should have a lot of overpairs. 10s, 9s. I could have even bet smaller. 4 in the turn. Just going to make it look sus by betting 10 bucks. If he has me beat, it's just too bad, but he just doesn't have enough money to make me fold. Okay. Ace King, great play, bro. Thanks for the cash. Anything else you want to do wrong? You want to sit there with no money on the table, just call the Ace King, miss the flop, and then just give it up? It's nice of you. It's just pure fish paste right there. Like, if he had jammed it, I could respect it because he's got like 60 blinds. guess we're done with this table. I'll bring in one of these from the side. It's just another 10 and L. Yeah, the new title kind of goes with the fact that we're restarting the 10K challenge. I don't want to sit there with that run handicapped, because in all honesty I would have expected to get to 10K in about 80 to 90. I'm just going to bet here, but sitting there at 104, having so far to go. I think we can bet here. Get called. King on the turn is kind of meh. I'm going to check it. He can have some spades. When he leads, we're just going to give it up. There's way too many combos of hands that aren't going to fold. Like, no ace is going to fold. No straight's going to fold. Got re-raised, called. Just going to bet here. Queen of the river. We chop here a bunch. He has 10s sometimes, too. I mean, checking an ace-king or a king on that flop would be kind of good, but I think we just bet half pot. We kind of get a free shot when he has a queen. But yeah, usually he just doesn't have shit. That's why you don't see bet. Hey, got all my money back from that set over set. Nice. Call. Let that one go. Got shot. Call here. Fold. That's a fold. That's a set. Just gonna bet. We can take one off here. I'm going to try to go for a size that looks blockery, and if he raises, I'm probably going to get the money in. I think a lot of times he has an ace here, but if he has like ace-king, he may even raise me. Let's see what he had. Ace-king, wow, and he didn't raise. Well, note to self. It's funny. Good 3-bet, but Golf Nut's really short with 60 blinds, just under 60 blinds, so don't want to make the pot too easy for him to get it in when he hits good. Eskimo's gonna bet. No? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and bet the turn. This doesn't look like a 3. It looks like a queen, but we don't really have to represent the 3 because 10s are strong enough, so we're going to get called by 9s, 8s. Some gut shot combos, all flush combos. But I don't mind betting there for value. Let's go with 3 bets. It's not a big 3-bet. I'm actually going to flop a few of these and then check. Should be checking my whole range when I'm up against this raise. It's super small, but I'm going to let it go. If there was one diamond out there, I would do something. Look at that turn card. And they're set on the turn. Can I be up against a bigger set? Yeah, for sure. Kind of sucks when I get raised, because flush draws will raise, as well as weird 2 pairs like 7-8 that might have checked the flop. Got shot over here. He takes this long. I'm not too worried about him having me set over set. 6 on the river. I'm just going to bet for simple value. I think we can check this one. Take it down. I guess he was just on a flush draw, I think. Bet, fold, ace-6. It's a good check down. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna bet. protecting my hand. Fold, 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 fold. Why is this table not adding funds? One of my tables is glitched out. It's not refilling my stack. It's weird. Been studying like crazy, trying to plug holes in my game, realizing I'm making a lot of mistakes, but still winning is crazy. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, it's hard to... I always say people always analyze their game when they're losing, but you kind of have to be consistent with it all the time. Well, that's what's wrong. Nope, not even for a min bet. I'm going to get off the glitch table. I don't like it. Yeah, that's the thing. People like, you can play like shit and win. And people kind of don't realize that. Mainly want to improve my game so I can beat 50-0 comfortably because I'll probably stay at that stake for a while. Yeah, it's a pretty good place to get to. Like, it can make you a nice little side income. Like, even if you have a full-time job, playing 50-0, you can pick up, you know, after work, just playing a couple hours, you know, you can pick up, you know, 4, 5, 6 buy-ins a week. That's an extra few $100. It kind of is a big deal. You know? And just think of it like a side job. Oh, honestly, just study to improve. Like, when you get to 50 and L, you can't stop studying. Because trust me, that'll fuck up your daily rhythm. Even if it's just subconsciously, you'll feel like you're not playing as well because you're not studying as much. Like, you could be doing everything exactly the same and you know, not be making any technical mistakes or whatever, but your confidence level won't be as high because personally... Okay, so this player's super short. He re-raises. I'm just going to call. We could definitely put him in if I wanted to, but player behind, I don't really want to. And he's not going to bluff here on the short stack. He's been here too long. So I expect him to just have something good. Almost accidentally called that. That's fine. Could I just have put him in pre? Yeah, sure. But player behind kind of makes that not a good idea. But, you know, but on the days when you study every day, you're going to feel, it's going to help your confidence. And plus, if you study like I do, typically before I play, it kind of focuses you up. I do more studying, I think, after. But I'll do my slight hand reviews and conceptual things before I play. Gut shot and nut flush draw. we're going to go ahead and check raise. Getting the money in. Nice 4-bet. See that? He c-bet, I raised, he 4-bet, and then I jammed and he folded. Really don't know what you're doing there, bro. That's a jack-high flop. You shouldn't be 4-betting with a jack. I mean, and if you're trying to find out, that's not a good idea either, because I'm just going to jam every time you do that. Like, I'm not raising for no reason. I'm not check raising jack 9 there. But it is what it is, and some people do that shit. Yeah, got another table. Currently on 8 tables. Okay. Queen's nice. I'm going to go ahead and bet. The clubs right here should just be checking the flop. It should not be betting off its equity. I'm going to check the river. Kings. Interesting. Why don't you c-bet the fucking flop, dude? You're just waiting to get beat. Like, if that club comes on the river, I'm not folding if it's a check. If I check and he bets, like, he's lucky the fucking... I mean, I guess I'm lucky the ace came off, but... This is kind of weird. Well, we make the nuts on a different table, but I don't think I'm going to get paid. It's a one-liner flush. Nope. Sevens? What the hell are you calling with? This player led out with sevens. The other guy called with fives. What am I supposed to do with nines? In position. Jesus. He let out the flop, and then they just checked it down. That's hilarious. Don't mind betting this like it's a queen. I sucked out on the flush. Nice check on the flop, bro. Nobody's betting that but you. Like, leading into that and then betting turn would have been the move. But nobody's going to bet an ace on that flop. There's a limped pot, too, on this one. This one went check around on the flop. He bet the turn, I called. River went check, check. And I won it with the baby flush. Pot, pot. I have no interest in this pot. Breathe on it. He's taking forever. He's like trying to figure out how to get me to call. I'm never calling, bro. I guess he's got a customer here. This guy just pounding it into the fucking jacks. the guy who didn't 3-bet the ace king. Double gut shot. I gotta stop letting him 3-bet me. I gotta start 4-betting more. Ugh. I think we check the turn and the ace comes off. Check the river. I'm not sure how often this is not a 10. Yeah. I only min raised. I actually misclicked it. Meant to raise more pre-flop, but whatever. Don't mind 3-betting this one. Hey, take it down. Never mind that. Okay. 10 on the turn's kind of good. I think we bet the river. This can look like a lot of 10s, and we just take it right down. Just don't want to lose to like some shitty overpair like 7s or something. Do we want to fold this king? X from the small blind. You win. Three. Yeah. God damn it. I got time down under the table. Check. Got shot. Yeah. Queen might slow it down. This player should have more queens. I mean, we're obviously not folding to that. 4 on the river is good, but not for me. King 10, 9, 8. That's funny. Every gut shot over card. This guy just has an 8. Oh, I got aces on one of the other side tables. On the button. Yeah, I raise, everybody folded. Nope, nope. Yep. Let's just call here. Could definitely have 3-bet. That's fine. I think if we see a raise in here or here, we're going to 3-bet. And if nobody opens, we're going to open. Getting a lot of my playables back to back on several tables. Interesting. I study way more than I play. Usually run 50 RFI spots. How long you been here? Not long. Let's 3-bet. Usually run 50 RFI spots, 60 spots, single raise pot from early late positions before playing, just to get my ranges in mind. Then I play 10 and L where GTO doesn't exist to most players. Well, that's the other thing too, is you got to realize you're making an effort that the majority of players don't make. You know what I'm saying? Like, the majority of players aren't playing GTO. The majority of players, people, as hard as it is to believe, people still disregard position. Like, stuff that's like so common to us now, people don't even think about it. Like, poker's alive and well, man. I'm gonna go for this one reasonably. The 7 on the river. I'm just gonna bet half pot. I got min raised. That's awesome. I love when the board pair comes out, it gets min raised. I fold. Just barreling into a set. I thought I was worried about a spade. I was worried about a fucking board pair. It's so fucking amateur too when they fucking min raise. It's like, I'm not gonna pay any raise, min or bigger. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, you might as well go for it at that point, right? Like, because if I had the ace, you should just go for it, right? So it's 9s and aces. There is a backdoor flush draw. Otherwise, I wouldn't call this. It's kind of stupid. But with a backdoor flush draw, I think we can. Just because if I hit the 9 or the ace of hearts, we can kind of go ape shit. Let's go ahead and bet. This one. Get min raised. Let's see if he bets the turn. Now we can give this up. I mean, this player is just betting pure value. This is kind of close because he is in the blind, so he can have hands like Jack 10 with the Jack of Hearts. He can also have hands like 10-7, but I think we just give it up. His min raise on the flop and then a large bet on the turn kind of tells me it's more like 2-pair. So, Jack, King, Queen. Surprising this guy didn't get aggressive. Let's go ahead and 3-bet this one. just because. And I expect this player to play tight, so this is fucking annoying. Seriously, is he gonna do this every fucking time? Ugh, it sucks because I can't fold. Does he just bet huge again? Wow. So this guy's trying to go broke. Let's do it. He had a set of threes. That's hilarious. I have just enough equity to be able to do that shit when I pick up the 6 on the turn. It's so fucking annoying. God. That's frustrating. Just enough equity to do it. Okay. So the short stack 3 bets and then checks. And this player bets half pot. Now this guy's just calling. I mean, if this guy is ace king, I'm going to throw up. Well, he should just be all in. He folds. Wow, that 9's a really bad card because there's only a few things he can call me with that'll keep calling. This guy called down 80% pot bets the whole way, looking for that flush. Going with soda. Currently playing this hand. It was a small bet on the flop by this player, and then the 9 came off. There was like 4 of us that called it. I'm just going to jam the full house. The betting lead has changed 3 times in this hand. So unless somebody has exactly the 9-10 of spades. Look at the just call. 9-10, king, queen. Sorry, suckers. Boom, boom. Alright, I'll be right back. I just gotta get soda. Check min raising. Oh, I posted for a nickel into aces. I get 3-bet. So we're pretty deep. I think I want a 4-bet. Uh-oh, maybe I actually had something. Maybe I didn't just post in with garbage. Player calls. I don't think we have to go crazy to get the money in. I mean, do you have any idea what to do? Good thing you called pre-flop. Just no clue what to do in a 4-bet pot. Sure. Oh, where's my gut shot? I'll check it. It's frustrating sometimes because they just play hands and play them just to get lucky. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Hang on a second. I got a couple hands here. Just to get lucky while I'm sitting there analyzing position of bet size, knowing the nuts should have folded pre-flop, and they just have it. Yeah, no, I get it. Get beat by 5-4 offsuit in a 4-bet pot, highlight of my weekend. Yeah. I mean, and I know what you're saying, man, because it's like, in truth, those are the players you want to play against. But it is super frustrating at the time when they just show up with fucking garbage that happens to make the nuts. Like, where you're just sitting there like, how does he ever have 5-4 here? And then you're like, oh, he's a moron. That's how he has 5-4. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, trust me, man. Nobody gets that more than me. Especially on this shithole site. Look at that. Got 3-bet, and there's a set on the flop. Problem is, there's not a lot of aces for him to have. I mean, chucks, I'm just going to bet. Because he has exactly the ace-king of hearts. I guess he could have aces too, but... I don't know how often I'm getting raised here. You're like queens? Ace-jack. 3-bet the ace-jack. Didn't c-bet it. Like... Why not c-bet it? If you're not going to c-bet it, how are you going to call down? Look at this, he's 3-betting me again. Like, how are you sitting there thinking about folding? And then the jack hits the river and he doesn't raise? That's crazy. Okay. Take longer, bro, to make your horrible bet. It's so bad. I'm going to raise that up. This guy's more of a calling station. I'm going to let it go. Get called twice. Full house. Ace king. Limp called the raise with ace king. Other guy had king queen. Get 3-bet. Raise, 3-bet, cold call. Look at this. Both these players have $5. And this player leads at me. Alright, we'll just... I'm going to just put him in because he could be leading anything. Aces, queen. That's hilarious. He cold calls and then leads. The same guy who led the pocket 5s before. Or the pocket 7s on a king high flop. After doing the same thing. It's pretty fucking stupid. I mean, it's stupid for me to jam over the top of him, but he's so fucking short, he should just jammed it pre-flop. All he did was give me a chance to get away. I mean, I didn't take it because if he has queens, I'm not supposed to fold. Even if he has king jack, I'm not supposed to fold. Really? Makes a big bet on the turn on the draw. It's like never an ace. I was just trying to figure out what the fuck he had. I thought maybe he might have had an 8. He was trying to go for a check raise on the river, but I guess he would have just let it, right? It was awful. A little frustrated. I'm paying off more than I should. Things are so fucking obvious. You just let them be obvious. Instead of trying to get creative. Four bet. It's one of those weird situations where if I get 5-bet, I'm just going to fold. Get called. King on the flop's pretty good. I mean, this player's only got $2. If this guy check raises, it sucks, but I can't fold. Nice. Nope. Tripled on another 10 and L. So we'll get off that one. Get on waiting lists for another. Bessa Tear, I think it was called. Yeah. Fold. I remember once when I was dealing at the Venetian, there was this Asian dude who used to come in all the time. He was a fairly good player, but he was also a California kind of guy, so he was pretty wild. And, well, I mean, obviously. He was pretty wild, and well, he just makes the nuts. Queen! Queen or 9 would have done it. Yeah, I guess we'd call. I mean, we could definitely 3-bet here. Player's only been sitting for 6 minutes. Actually, I lied. Played King in the cutoff versus Jack on the button. 5-bet pots, and he hits a Jack on the flop, and we go all in. Yeah. He denies my request to run it twice, and I hit a king on the river, which unstuck me for the weekend. That's funny. The thing is, you should always, like... He should have no problem running it twice, because just for that instance, like, he just got lucky, and... would have went past my stop loss, but I couldn't fold. Nah, I get it. You're not supposed to fold kings. But, especially at, 50 and 0. But so I'm sitting there, and I remember this hand very vividly. It's one of the weirdest hands I've ever seen played. So this guy gets there, and the thing that I knew about him, because I was also playing at the time in the Venetian while I was dealing, and I just so happened to be dealing, he comes over, I see him coming, and he goes, post me up. Like, he wants the hand, and I was like, you're under the gun. And he's just like, post me up. And I was like, all right. So I posted him and just dealt him right in. And, it skips him, it goes around. Somebody raises, it goes back to him, he re-raises. And I know he hasn't looked at his cards. And I've seen him do this a bunch of times where he wouldn't look at his cards until the 4-bet. So then he gets re-raised. And then he looks at his cards, and he thinks about it for a minute. And they were playing pretty deep, like, I forget whatever it was, but he called after thinking. He never is going to fold, but he calls after thinking a while. Flop comes off 5-5-10, and he leads at it for almost the full pot. And the other player says, well, if you somehow got pocket 10s, I guess you're going to get it all. He goes, I'm all in. And the guy goes, snap call. He goes, I don't have pocket 10s. The guy had 10-5. And he had just flopped the boat. And, of course, the other guy had fucking aces. Really? I mean, this is just so... Right? Yeah, he's just full of shit, right? I mean, I'm checking the ace to make him do that, so... I'm a fucking idiot. 10x in the big blind and the snap called. I mean, I'm calling, but I'm in position, so I don't feel bad about it. But yeah. And it was funny because when the guy called, the Asian guy, he was sitting it was in the 1 seat. And he's sitting there and he nudges me, and I just shook my head. And the other player was like, what? And I'm like, turn him up. And the guy shows the fucking 10-5. And he was like, how did you know? And I was like, I've played with him before. I've seen him do it. But I've been on the other end of that, too, where I busted him when he did the exact same thing. That was a little different, though. I had king-queen, and the flop came off queen-high. This is back in 06 when that was, it was a much clearer read to make. Hearts. I just remember the guy screaming over and over again, first hand lucky. I mean, I guess we just call here, right? I'm supposed to be getting bluffed out. Yeah, he flopped it. Yeah. There's no reason for me to raise, but there's no reason for him to check the turn. All it did was give me a chance, and of course I didn't take it because math. That's just silly. Okay. Nope. Ooh. Come on, bet. Both players snap call me. And now I'm getting led at. What did this guy call me with? See, this is kind of weird. I don't love this, but I'm not going to fold. Ace queen. Wow. Jesus. Really? Really? Look at this. Raise, I re-raise, call, re-raise. God fucking damn it. 4-6. Jesus. What are these people doing? Like, you don't take the bluff spot? Oh my god. It's hilarious. just called the raise. I mean, I guess we're supposed to check the turn, but I already checked the flop. So I bet if I bet the flop and bet the turn, I probably get action. But I might not like it, so it's fine. Fold, call, check, fold. You win. Nice to get something going over here, especially on the bigger tables. Don't like calling just from the small blind, but player's super short. So if I 3-bet, it's kind of brutal if he raises. These guys play short for a reason, is because they're trying to make good hands and get the money in. So when we flop a set there, we're most likely going to get paid, but can't really 3-bet it and get jammed on, which is very likely. Three bet out of the blinds from an under 100 big blind stack, sitting for 4 minutes. And this guy who never folds, who opens everything. So we're obviously going to call if we see a call. Deuce. I have no reason to distrust this bet, especially when this player's behind and he's never going to fold a draw. You got to know this is coming, man. Dude's literally been on the table for 4 fucking minutes. He's not gonna be bluffing there. Like 99% of people don't show up and look to immediately pull off a bluff in the blind. It's just, it's not a thing. Aces. See a raise. I'd love to see a couple calls. Oh, Sling can re-raise. Or Sling can call, that would be great. And we're going to re-raise. Sling's going to get it in kind of wide. This player folds. Nope. really think I can make it smaller, though. Okay. So many of these short stacks sitting. All these players in here. It's not the worst flop. I think we want to go ahead and raise right at it. Like, I'm not exactly sure what this is or this is, but we could just take it down with value. That's fine. My hand needs protection. It's just weird when people do stupid shit like that. Like, he could have misclicked the c-bet, but it really doesn't seem like it. See a limp and a raise from Drew. I think we like just calling here. We could definitely 3-bet, but in position I don't really think it's necessary. I'm going to go ahead and bet. He can have ace-king a bunch. But, again, I think it's fine. I don't usually get much value from Drew, but I'm not going to cooler him unless I turn a jack. So there's no point in checking, really. Okay. Aces. Wow. I bet they got that in right on the flop, didn't they? Whoops. Get 3-bet and the king comes off. Typically the 3-bets and the blinds, especially heads up, are good hands, but they're usually not ace-king, ace-queen. Usually they're like pairs. So we're just going to call, and when he checks, we are going to bet at some point. Just going to go ahead and bet. I think it's okay to check the river here. Yeah, that's why. Because if he's being sticky, he's either sticky with a pair or he's sticky with the ace of clubs. But I think he'd be more aggressive with the ace of clubs. So I think checking back is fine because we're never going to get paid. Get min raised in the big blind holding aces. But like if the club didn't hit the turn, I probably would have just gone bet turn and river. Player calls. This sucks. I'm going to call this one. Bet half pot here. Yeah. There's not much else I can do on that one. Well, maybe I could have checked it. I'm not sure. Got the overpair. But there was a raise and a re-raise. And I'm not sure about this player because he's kind of a calling station. So I'm not 100% sure. Well, ace on the turn kind of fucks me. That sucks. I mean, unless somebody has exactly pocket tens or aces, I don't know how I ever win this pot. Like, this pot doesn't make any sense to me. Or I don't know how I lose this pot if the river gets bet. Queens, that's how. I don't know why he didn't bet. If he bets the flop, he gets more out of it. Even after that queen hits, or after that ace hits. You know, he c-bets the flop like normal, just 2/3 pot into two players. The player behind is fucking hilarious. I mean, I guess he's right, everybody had pairs, but it's like, whatever. Six would be nice. So we see a big raise. I'm just going to go ahead and bet this like it's a 10. Obviously we're calling here for the expected value. I mean, this is just so fucking gross. I hate that it's that player too. He's gonna have dumb shit. So this is a lot of raises and a very small open from Drew. I'm just gonna 3-bet it. It's way too small. Like, I don't know what he's really attempting, but I think a lot of times that's a feeler because there was a limp in early position. So I think 3-betting big is kind of important. We obviously don't fold nines. Just 3 overcards. Awesome. We'll check. Yeah. Funny enough, if this player had open ripped, we would have called it. Because the guy fucking rips every pair. Mr. Zero. Is in the number of pots you've won? Man. Waiting to flop that set. Take a free one. Ooh, that's a 5. Leads 3 right at it. I think we just call. I mean, what is he leading here that's not a pair other than the ace deuce? Love that 4. Now I got to think about it. I don't think there's any point in raising here. Yeah, he could have gut shotted it for sure. But I see 0 point in raising or folding. This player, I imagine, would have raised on the turn if he had something awesome. So we're going to see king, queen here a ton. I don't know how you overcall with the ace deuce, so I'm just going to win here like 80% of the time. He's going to have king, queen, right? Ace, king. Wow. That is some bad stuff, brother. That is... Woo. That is some... Woo. Like, he called huge. This sucks. I thought this motherfucker was going to bet again. Now I can't even lead this. I have to check call. Because he could have been betting to block, and now he can just have the flush. Wow, man. You killed my action. What the fuck did you have? Did you have anything? 8-6. Jesus Christ. I killed my action so hard. That was brutal. That was some utter fishness. That's crazy. The ace king when I have the 5s. I love how he hit the king on the river so he can call. Like, I'm going to bet anything less than 2 pair there. Like, anybody should bet anything less than 2 pair there is really the thing. It's crazy. Poker is alive and well. Mr. Zero back in the pot. I'd like to, but he doesn't have any money. Already done took it all. Just jam. Act like you have a pair. It's hilarious. He's going to check fold river. See, everybody's limping because this player is super short, so they don't want the betting to be reopened and allow a jam. The move is you just make it $4. But if he jams, everybody's calling. I guess we can bet here. Get snap called. Love that. Don't think I want a 7. Oh, 10 jack can be out there though. Like I said, I'm not sure if I want this 7. There are a lot of 2-pair combos, but there are 10 jacks over here, so it's kind of rough if it gets raised. I can't call this. It's the fold of the day right there. It's never a set. just a simple, easy fold. Don't have a full house, please God. Yeah, he's got a 9, right? You got a 9? Yeah, I got lucky, but you got lucky first. He's got to have a 9. Yeah, 10-9. If the board hadn't paired on the end, I'll bet I'd get it all. So he was looking to raise me. Nah. Miss 0. Do we stay on this table because of this fish? I think it's the only table they're on. Nope, they're on other tables. Yeah, so I think I'm going to get off this table. Blocking and unblocking has been an interesting aspect to learn about. Yeah, it really is, too. Still don't fully understand, but knowing things like unblocking draws gives you room to be more aggressive in some spots is eye-opening. Yeah. Like, the perfect example. If the board's 3 clubs or whatever, and you don't have a club in your hand, if you're already bluffing, that's the scenario you want. Because it's more likely that you're betting into a value hand if you have a club in your hand. The other player should be on the draw, right? So that's just a simple example. But hands like, having a hand like King Jack or something like that, and then like the board being like Queen 10, whatever, like it doesn't allow you to bluff as much because or it allows you to bluff more because you know where most of the draws, or it doesn't allow you to bluff more because you don't know where the draw cards are. Because if you're holding the draw cards, the other player is likely to have a value hand. Like, that's basically the concept. When you have cards that don't contribute to the draw, you're more likely to be betting a value hand, right? Makes sense. But if you have cards that contribute to the draw, like the straight draw or the flush draw, you got to ask yourself, wait a minute, well, what does he have? If I have this, what the fuck does he have? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, having the ace of clubs in your hand and there's 3 clubs on board and you go for the bluff because you know where the nut flush is, right? You can't have the nut flush. If the guy's still calling you, or if he raises you in the board pairs, you're like, ah, shit. You can absolutely know for a fact that you can't get your bluff through if the guy's still really interested when you have the nut blocker in your hand. So, like, you see things like board pairs come off, and you're like, eh. But, like, if you were bluffing and then the board paired, if you don't have the ace of clubs in your hand, that's when it's a good time to bluff. Because what could you be betting, right? And then the board pairs, and the guy with the nut flush who is trapping you has to really think about it. But if neither one of you knows where the ace of clubs is, it's kind of really hard to continue there with some baby flush, But there's a lot of philosophical stuff. There's I'm going to get off this table. There's just because I want to get on the other table that player's on, and I don't want to have 100 on there when Drew is stacked up on that table. Fucking guy, I don't even know if he's a winner, but he's always got a big stack. And you would think, well, how can he not be a winner? This guy's been on this table for 5 hours. So yeah, he's ahead of the max buy-in, but I've seen him lose 7, 8 buy-ins and then sit there on that table with, 5 or 6. And it's just like, I don't know if the guy's a winner. He seems fairly solid, but I honestly don't know. I haven't sat there and played with him an entire day. Like, the guy will play 10-hour marathon sessions, and I still can't tell if he's a winner. Like, I've seen him do so much weird shit. But yeah, I want to get on this table. So This is a 10 and L. I'm just going to put it over here to fill the screen. Snap called. Betting 80% pot. Ace Jack, he's calling me. Like, hilarious. He was looking for the third club to bluff me. The thing is, though, I'm just so strong that I'm not going to fold. Like, it's weird when you first start hearing, like, players talk about, well, this is the hand I want to have when I bluff. Usually those are the hands with no real value to them. On the ones where, like, the boards miss the draws, where it's like, okay, I wasn't even on the draw, I was just totally bare. Like hands like second pair gut shot and shit, right? Like that kind of takes away the value of your hand and allows you to bluff more. Oh, my fucking back. I'm going to go for the 3-bet here versus Drew. Look at this 8 on the turn. There's nothing I can do. I've hit 3 sets on the turn today. It worked out for me great once. I have to bet something. Oh. Look at this, I gut shot at it. I'm gonna lead it. Three bet by the short stack. So, how do I feel better about it? Alright, let's just get it in. Aces. Queen. Fucking guy. Fucking half stack on the table. Look at this, I checked it and hit the set on the turn. I mean, he limped, so he shouldn't have much. But that's like the 5th time I hit the set on the turn after checking. Raise, call, call, 3-bet from a player who always 3-bets. So I don't love this, but I actually, this is one of the few scenarios where I don't mind it with this player. If he was much deeper, I don't think I'd like it. But playing for 100 big blinds, I think it's fine. That's kind of going to make it tricky, though. Because, yeah, he's always going to bet huge. Well, that made it easy. This player just jams it in. Queens and king. Yeah, he's just always doing this dumb shit. He hits a king on the end. I love it. Because he can't fold because he boxed himself into that corner. He hits a fucking 2-outer. Just the worst. I mean, I don't know about the other guy just calling there. Because what are you... Like, I think you're better off with the queens. Like, if you had kings, I could see calling, but the queens I don't like. Aces I don't like, because you're just trying to get cracked. So this player raised, we both called. We flopped the set. I mean, sometimes he's goading me, but I think we have to raise because he can have some overpairs. He can also have a 4, but no showdown for a set when you take that line, bro. He probably didn't have anything. Need like my back to crack. It's a pretty good flop. So now this is one where I like my equity, but if I bet like huge, like I'm going to, and this player keeps calling me, it's like, what draw is he on? So then the ace hits the turn. So there should be a lot of 2 pairs. I think this is a good one to check because of my equity. Because if we bet and get jammed on, I don't love it. But I'm obviously never folding here. It's so funny though. I don't know. I could be up against the nut flush draw, but I don't think we can fold. 10 on the river sucks. Because there's a lot of 2 pairs I was already beat by. And now king queen got there. There's the nut flush. Look at that. And the ace jack. Why would the ace jack bet the turn? That's just bad. Yeah, see, this is the thing. That's what I was talking about. I was saying, like, I was expecting that player to draw forever, but the other guy got in the way. But it's like if I bet heavy and he just keeps calling, like, what does he have? I guess I got lucky to not make the flush. Although this player was more stacked up than that player. Pair of kings. I think we can bet here. Nobody should have a 7. This is one where having the nut club draw is kind of really nice. It's a good bluffing spot. Just because nobody's going to stick around, really, especially on a paired board with a baby flush draw and a pair. Like, even if they did, I could still bluff the river. I'm in the blind. It just looks like a 7. Fold, fold, fold. Fold, fold. Okay. Check. Oh, is that my seat? Yes, it is. Perfect. Move this one off. My dog and my wife are just sawing logs. Okay. Look at this, min raise and gets jammed on. What a fucking idiot. Love the min raise fold here. Yeah, that concept has helped me take down pots instead of... Look at this, and he calls it. Wow, that's hilarious. And he's got all these outs. It's helped me take down pots instead of checking down, hoping to improve, or get to the river cheap. Yeah. I mean, getting to the river cheap is valuable, but on 50 and L, I think, for the most part, you're going to want to bet your equity. It's tempting, but my general rules of poker are no. Okay. Check, 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 check. 8 good? It's possible. Nice. What do you have? Ace Jack? 6s. Alright, that makes sense. I always like to look it back and see what people had, because you can tell a lot about a person by the hands that they decide to check. Like, a lot of players are going to check down that pair there because they realize they have showdown value. And when I don't bet on a board of, 3 queen, king, 8 king, like, what can I have if I didn't bet? Like, I would bet a queen at some point, right? I would bet a king at some point. So the 6s is a good check down. It's actually smart. But then again, you absolutely can kind of go ahead and bet it anyway, because I'm out of position and defending in the blind. Like, when do I have a king or a queen? I mean, I'm obviously not giving it up if I do. Oh, this sucks. This table died. I'm going to get off that one. And get on waiting lists. I don't know which one of those I can get on, but whatever. Fold, fold. Pull this table over. Get 3-bet. It's just so short. It's just like, what's the point? Min re-raise. We'll just bet half pot. The jack kind of sucks, but I think we just check. I don't think we snap fold here. even though it's 10 and L. It wasn't a 10. He called me with the jacks. That's funny. Aces. Maybe I'll look tilted. Oh, I tilt so easy. Man, this player doesn't have much, so we just put him in. Hold. Sweet. This is the payoff wizard. So, obviously don't fold yet. If this fucker gets out of the way, that'd be great. Don't love the spade. That's bigger on the flop than the turn. Never a good sign. Could have ace king for sure. I think we just check back. Yeah, ace jack. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a fold out of this player, but it's kind of really bad the way that they played it. Like, they bet the biggest bet on the flop, which was just dumb. Small raise, re-raise, fucking re-raise, call. See, now the bitch of it is that I'm like priced. I have to. So if I hit a fucking 6, I fucking am absolutely getting the right price. 6. I mean, this should just be ace, king, or aces, right? I don't even know if I want a 6. I'm just gonna fold. It sucks though because this player fucking re-raised like a fucking moron. And this guy just cold calls. Really? On another table, I'm getting raised on an 8-8-7 flop when I have aces. I'm betting river for value. Ace high? He had ace jack. It's a nice river bet. He raised me on the flop is a pure bluff. Nobody raises that, man. It's hilarious. It's a limped pot. I think we just check with it. Might even chop this here. Oh no, he actually had a king. I'm shocked. If you're not going to go for river value, why are you even betting? Like, what's the point? I think we just bet small here, making it look like we're invincible. I just don't want to get bluffed off in the river. He's not going to fold an overpair. Well, that was easy. Min raised, call. I re-raised. He jammed. Thank you. Really? So he raised, and now he goes for this. This is the guy who does this with aces, though. Like, he bet, and then he checked the turn. And then I bet. How does he have a hand that he can do this with? I don't think I fold. He's more likely to have a flush than me. I raise pre-flop, and this guy fucking leads into me on the flop. You got it, bro. Yeah, no shit. One pair. Thank you. I got 3-bet here. This guy c-bet the flop. I raised. He jammed. I have 2 overs and the club draw, and he fucking wins. Like a fucking idiot. Same guy over here. I mean, if he has an overpair here that beats me, he's just going to win. That's just all there is to it. Come on, bet, you fucking loser. All these 10 and L's are dying. Jack on the turn, we bet. Hit another turn set. Hopefully this one he doesn't have king queen. And I'm gonna go for value on the end. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. 3-bet, no c-bet, calls and folds. What happened to all my tables? Gut shot flush draw. I think I'm going to go to the bathroom in a second here, so I'm going to sit out and get on some tables in a minute. Yeah, there's a bunch of tables I can get on, but I'm going to go pee first. Look at that, make the flush. I think we want to go ahead and bet here for protection. Yeah. He was unblocking ace-jack, right? That's right, he was. I mean, this guy can definitely have spades. I think we just check. Yeah, ace-jack wins. It's fine. Makes me wish I'd bet the flop. Alright, I'll be right back. Sorry, forgot that was muted. I was saying that I'm trying to see if I can get on some more of these tables. I was thinking about quitting, but I don't know. I kind of want to play a little more. So I killed the one bad table, and we're kind of focused on this 50 and 0. I think we'll just check here and win. Yeah. Check, check, check. Okay, we got another 10 and L here. Nope. Nope. Sure. Okay. Fold. Check. Alright. No, I don't want this table. I was already on it. I'm ditching that one. It was just bad action. Just like nobody really doing anything. But there's a couple of 50 and Ls we can get on that look good. Just grind them through. Okay. Oh, I forgot this was a 50 and L. Guess we want to be here. Check. Alright, yeah, I'm going to move this one down over here. And, well, I guess I'm going to switch it with this one. So the two on the top right are 50 and L. I honestly didn't even realize. What is this one? How is this seat? That looks okay. Take that one over there. Fold. Yeah, this is a 50 and L. What the fuck am I talking about? Alright, so we got two 50s and three 10s. I should probably get off this 10 and L because I have so much on it, but these players are kind of paying me, so it's not really a worry. You know what? There's another 10 and L. I am going to get off that one. So, kill this. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, my man? Put this here. long wait to not get a deuce. Deuce on the turn. It's like the 5th time I've hit a set on the turn today. Might be 6. It's at least 5. Well, I got to see the whole board. That was nice of him. 9s are good, sir. Guess I could have bet at any time, huh? Okay. I think I'm going to get squeezed by traffic sometimes here, but we're also going to get to flop quite a bit. Leads. I'm going to fold. If there was one club out there, I'd call. As king, raise again. Fold here. I think we can just check that. I should plug my phone in. Cold called. Limp pot, flop an ace. 8-bit Avenger. What are you doing? So he 3-bets. I'll lead this one here. I'm gonna 4-bet. He calls. I'm gonna check. This sucks. I don't think I can fold though. Yeah. Thing is, he snap called me pre-flop, so he's got a pair. If he had taken a little bit longer to call pre-flop, I would have just bet the flop. But when he snap calls and then checks and then jams turn, I just saved $30. Which is a lot like winning $30. One thing I do miss from ACR is fast poker, but I torched a lot of money. Hang on, I'll read the rest of that in a sec. Torched a lot of money because looking back, the time I played on ACR, I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, and you got to remember the fast poker plays a lot different too. Alright, so this is kind of weird. This player is super aggressive. This player is very short. I don't really want to fucking call this, but I don't think we can fold. This guy should just be jamming. Alright. King in the turn's not the best. I'm going to bet. Rosa, I would have thought this guy would have stuck around, but I don't know what Rosa's doing. Really? What the fuck is that? Does this guy just always have a fucking pair? Wow. He's so fucking aggressive and stupid, though. This pisses me off. I'm gonna call. I don't think he ever goes for the bluff here. I think he even checks a king. Yeah, you got it. You got it. He had a pair that made a fucking set. I've just seen him check so many rivers in that scenario in one. It's just kind of annoying. Motherfucker's so goddamn aggressive. Stupidly overly aggressive, too. Make an ace. Definitely calling there and there. 3 on the turn. Deuce is nice. Kind of gives me a free bluff, which I'm going to take. I'm going to bet kind of bigger. This is kind of weird. Yeah, didn't make sense. You have ace? Pocket fives. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, we're going to raise. Re-raise. You always re-raise. Come on. No action. Jeez. I guess I could have went for the trap and like min raised it or limped it or something. Yeah, the what do they call it on there? Blitz? Blitz on ACR, right? Yeah, it does play quite a bit differently. But not so much so that if you played fundamentally sound poker you'd be at a disadvantage, but it's just kind of, it's not exactly the same. Like people tend to play tighter. No action on my aces. And it's not like I'm not getting called pre-flop, I'm just not getting any action on the aces. It's like straight up nothing. High society sitting for 17 minutes. It's coming out of an earlier position, but I think I want a 3-bet here. I wasn't expecting him to fold that quickly. Wow. Okay. This table might just see me as very nitty. I don't really understand why. I've been given action. Just go ahead and bet. Open ender. Oh, put the 8 out there. I mean, I can be good here sometimes. I'm shocked. What the fuck is this guy calling me with? Pocket 6s that time. That's why you don't play 3s out of first, man. You get set over set. So player raised, I re-raised, he snap called my flop bet. I am going to go for value. People play kind of silly. And I get min raised. You gotta be fucking kidding me, right? This is so fucking annoying. Take it. So annoying. Got a set. Got a straight. I'm going to lead the straight. He just doesn't have enough. Thank you. Eight on the river. Totally fucks me. This table's playing tight. Alright, I don't think I can bluff this guy off a jack. I'm good. Wow. You could have been aggressive at any point and won that pot. Flop the jizz noint in a four-way pot that was raised with a king on it. Ugh, that sucks. I guess we 3-bet here, right? I mean, gotta bet something. Get called, don't pair the board. Looks like it fucking 3-bet. Board pairs. This fucker 4-bet me and then checked again. Wow, what the fuck was calling me here? I'll go ahead and bet. Wow, he just folds. I don't understand it. Is he just 3-betting all weird hands and shit? Pocket 4s called on that flop or on that turn. What stakes are you playing before the bankroll challenge? How was the 100? What? Hang on. I'll get there. Hang on just a sec. Watched your stream a few times. What stakes were you playing before the bankroll challenge? How's the 100 to 500 NL on WSOP.com? The 100 NL is really good. I haven't played 500 NL on there. I have no fucking idea. Highest I've played on here is 100 NL 6 max. Oh, that's not true. Back in the day, they used to have a 200 NL 9 max, like 5 years ago when I was playing on here full time. And I would play that. When it would go. It wouldn't always go. But I guess the stakes before this bankroll challenge, I mean, it's been the same for a while, man. If you haven't been watching it, I played 100 to 1,000 challenge from $100, built that up to 1,000, and then completed that in February. It took like 2 months, and then I was playing the 1K to 10K, and I won over $5,000, and then I had some things happen in my life, and I had to make withdrawals, so I got handicapped. So I was sitting there with $1,000 in the bank account, but technically I had won 5,000 of the 10K challenge, but I couldn't go up because I didn't have the money in the bank account or in the bankroll to play 100 NL. You know what I'm saying? I was playing all 50 NL, but I couldn't go any higher because I had to keep pulling money out. And that issue's been resolved, so I decided to just restart the bankroll challenge today because I'm at like $1,000 and try to run it up from there, knowing that I won't have to make withdrawals. Got a 6. It might be good. I don't think we have to bet it. I mean, unless somebody's got exactly 7-8. King, Queen. How do you not bet King, Queen at any point? It's kind of hilarious. But I don't think 500 NL even goes out here. It might go heads up. But I don't know. It's out of my range. Short stack fucking jamming. Nope. Dun, 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 dun. I 3-bet this one in flop top set. I guess we just bet small. Get snap called. Do the same thing again. Huh. Surprised. That's a lot of jacks. Have to bet or it looks like bullshit. Oh, look at this run out. I might actually get raised here. Wow, you really drew to that flush draw? Min raise, call, call. I re-raise, call, call. Love that ace. Ace nine's good. Love how the king jack calls. Just throw these queens away. Look at this fucking nonsense. Well, like, this guy is just hilarious. Yeah. It's just... like, it's just amazing. Like, he does not have to have the ace of spades there. Trust. I'm back and forth, getting back on Blitz 10 and L or Zone on Bovada. I always liked Zone, which has 5 and L and 10 and L. Yeah, I used to play Zone when I worked at Hooters as a poker dealer. I would play Zone on breaks. That's before they banned Bovada in Nevada. I just need something for days when I can't play for long stretches, have short openings here and there. Yeah, that's the thing, man. And that's the thing about cash games, like, you know... But Zoom's probably you're going to get out more hands if you don't have time to like get on a bunch of tables. Plus, I actually find it's as many hands playing 3 normal tables as it is playing 1 table of Zoom, or approximately. So, but because of the dynamic of it, you don't have to like, you know, you can handle it. So I know players that can't multi-table 3 tables that can play Zoom all day long. I'm just going to go ahead and bet here. I mean, it sucks when this player jams, but I can't fold. Yeah, but that was all the 100 to 1,000 was all 10 and L. Now that we're playing the 1,000 to 10K, it's kind of open as to what I play. So I'll be playing tournaments and cash games, mostly like you see now, but as we go up, like I'll add more tables of 50, just like I did the first time. I've just been sitting at the same point today forever. I got set over set in the first like 20 minutes and dropped down like $60, and I've just been sitting there. Like nothing really going on for like the last 3 hours. This motherfucker always 3 bets. Jesus Christ. Like, it's totally worth it to flop the 7 on him. That's kind of the worst flop for me. He 3 bets every time from the blinds, though. He doesn't always see bet, so... I guess we check. Kings. What a minimum. What a minimum. It's hilarious. He bet the same way when he had like ace queen. He bet the same way when he had ace five and was just 3-betting for nothing. And then like, how do you just not keep betting? Like, he's checking to me because he thinks I might have a set and keep betting, but I don't have to have a set there. Like, but I'm never supposed to fold. And then like, what? You're checking the river because I might have diamonds? Like, if like, you should definitely be betting the turn there. Because what if I just have fucking like ace king? Like, I'm not gonna ever bet at you. What if I have like king queen? I'm not gonna bet at you. Any pair though, I'm not gonna fold. Right? Like, he can bet like 10 or 12 on the turn, and I can't fold. Could have totally set up a river bluff though. But I don't think he's folding top set, even when the running diamonds come off. Guy just 3-bets so much. Make the queen. I don't love that, but I don't think I want to fold top pair just yet. Heart's kind of bad. This player should have more hearts than anybody. I don't like this bet. I don't think it's good. Because all you're going to do is just walk right into the hearts and scare off hands that you can beat. Look at the deuce on the river. I'm still thinking this guy could have kings, so I might not have folded the winner. But it's kind of likely I folded the winner now. Yeah. I'd be faced with it here. Because this should just be queens or better. And then, like, what am I doing? I'm just playing to chop. So, it was probably a chop. Honestly. Unless he has kings or aces, which he could have. The other player had the flush, obviously. I don't know. You always think it's kind of unreasonable that you see kings like 2 hands in a row, but it's really not. Like, players can have it just the same odds as they had at the hand before. That jack's okay. It's not great. It's not great if this guy continues to bet. Because king-queen would barrel. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, withdrawal sucks, but that's legit that you went from $100 originally. Are there any other WSOP, I'm guessing that says cash streamers you know of? No. I don't think so. None that I've seen. There used to be a few back in the day. Like when you could chat. Like, the other thing you don't know about me is that I used to stream full-time about 5 years ago. And then I kind of got aggravated with it. And this is before you could do the affiliate thing. So I wasn't getting partner. It was a whole deal. So I was just like, fuck it, I quit. And I just walked away from it for 1,486 days. And then in September, last September, I came back and started playing again. Online. Or streaming again. I was always playing. I did have a break there where I didn't play for like 2 years, but I never stopped studying. I don't mind this. Yeah, this table's just fucking tight, man. Like, it's just... You're not getting action unless somebody actually has a hand. So this was limp, raise. I called, he called, everybody else folded. I mean, these players both have $5. I think we just put them in. So, whatever. There's just no... yeah. 5-10 diamond. Thank you. Nice trap, Disco. He limp called that raise. And then he just calls off the jam. I mean, of course he's calling off the jam, but it's just hilarious. Little $5 players. It's like, you only have 50 blinds on the table, man. You're not an influence. So So this is kind of meh. I'm going to check it. Yeah. That's one of those ones I can't explain why I checked, but I just don't feel good about it. I can't really explain it, but I just think it was fucked. Damn. Got like a bug bite on my leg. It's killing me. It's so hard. That's why I section off the 50 NLs from the 10 NLs, because it plays so differently. Like so many raises you're calling here, and the hands are just open folding on the other one. Cold. Okay. Only because this short stack's limping. I expect to get raised behind. Let's just protect the overpair. Get called twice. 7 comes off. Don't love that. I'm going to check the turn. That is a huge fucking bet. We're not folding to this fucking guy. So he leads now. So this can be some 2 pairs. I don't think I can fold, though, because of flush draws. The river comes off a 3. That's kind of the best card in the deck. Because 4-5 really shouldn't be there that much. 3 deuce can be there, I guess. Also, like the suited 3 of diamonds. That's kind of rough. Because, I mean, if this player is just calling and then he bets the river here, I'm not folding. I don't think I can. I'm going to have to run this later, but yeah. That's the only thing I lose to is sets there. And he really shouldn't have that many sets. That kind of sucks. And his bet was just not good. Like, he didn't even get proper value. Like, if he had bet like 25, I still can't fold. All right, I'm gonna try to look tilted here, because this player loves to 3-bet from the blinds. So I'm gonna do it to him. I'm gonna go pretty big. If he has aces, I'll cry. Ace! Give him a set. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is just a joke. I'm doing it to look tilted versus the fucking most aggressive player on the table, and he just has aces when I have kings. That's a fucking joke. Oh, that's really upsetting. fucking pissed off now. This hand is just stupid. This guy bets 5, no raise whatsoever. He just lets the whole fucking thing come off. The 3 is so good for me. I mean, it was 15 on the end, so it's not a big deal, but he could have easily bet 25, and I should still call it. Because he's just going to have a 6 or a pair of 7s or 8s. If the board doesn't pair 3s, I can fold. Alright, let me look back at it again. Yeah, I raise under the gun. They never have better pairs. I check and the guy who leads out is trying to represent a set. Meanwhile, there is a guy with a set there. Typically I'm behind at that 3-bet, but I'm not folding 10s. I don't think there's a point in betting the kings on the flop. We can bet twice and actually get called here by like a pair of like 7s or 8s, I guess. 5s, Jesus. It's hilarious. It's a good check on the flop. This is amazing. The guy opens up in the hijack with aces. It's just fucking a joke, man. Jesus. It's just a joke. God damn it. I need 4 bets small and I have fucking kings. Ugh. Can't believe I'm running this fucking bad. I should put this up here. I may just move my bankroll from ACR to Bovada because I rarely play ACR after torching my last deposit, and Bovada is softer. Yeah, it is much softer. There, so I'll just lose it playing 25 NL before I was ready. Yeah. I mean, you can move it around, man. Why not? I don't love this, but that diamond should check action unless this guy was actually betting the flush draw. Yeah, I lose. Yeah. Yeah, the other guy was just bluffing. I love how this guy's bluffing with just ego. And the flush gets there and tries to trap it. That 5 can sometimes be a problem, but a lot of times we're just getting called. The fuck took you so long? He checks flop, I bet turn and river, and he just calls me with the fucking... That's hilarious. What the fuck was this? Like, he didn't bet... He raised pre-flop. He didn't bet the flop. I bet the turn and river, and he just called it. This guy's fucking hilarious. Backdoor hearts. I guess we just check and hopefully we're up against jacks or something. What the fuck did you have? Nines? Jesus Christ. It's not even proper fucking 3-bets. Dead jams the aces. 3-bet dead jams them. What time is it? It's like 8:15. Ace queen and he just jams it. Like, what the fuck is that? Look at this. This is just ace queen, no pair, 2 overcards, jams it. This player leads into me. I raise, he calls. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, what the fuck is that? Player leads into me. I raise and he calls, and then just fucking folds a turn for half his stack. So fucking think I'm going to call it. Kind of frustrated. Kings into aces. Set over set twice. Down. What is that? Where did I start? 163. Down 145. I'm at 928. It really sucks. All right. I'm going to call it. I'll be on tomorrow morning, probably about 1 o'clock for the daytime stream. Got some tournaments we're going to play. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to follow the YouTube, the Instagram, all that kind of stuff. I got lots of content coming out this week. Hopefully by Friday. But you never know. I might get it out earlier. So stick around for the host, and I will see y'all tomorrow.